everyone, I'm George. I'm a fellow ordinand with Joe at Cuddesdon College. And yeah, I'm here at the Q in London. Well, technically not in the Q. I'm actually here in the National Theatre. So having a little pit stop, having a little comfort break. We've made a good group of friends in the Q. We've been here since 3:15, so our place is being reserved. We've got our wristband that'll let us back in. So currently just having a very quick break. Don't know for certain. So like I said, we're just outside the National Theatre at the moment. It'll probably be, I reckon, 5 to 6 hours before we get to the end, but it just depends on how fast the queue moves. We can't know at this moment. I think for me, it was a mixture of things. I think it was wanting to pay my respects to someone who is an extraordinary person who's made such an impact on the life of this country, on the life of this Commonwealth. And who obviously for me as well as the Church of England ordinand was the governor of our church. But I think also to be part of history. You know, you've got what must be the biggest mass gathering in London probably ever. Thousands and thousands of people gathering. And I think, to be honest, you know, I've been here all day already. And although we're still nowhere near Westminster Hall, but being part of that crowd, having those things that still bring us together as a country is wonderful to see. So I'm very glad to be here. I think it's been a real mix of things, to be honest with you. I mean, it's been wonderful getting to know new people. We've met some fabulous people in the queue, which has been great, and just exchanging stories of why they're here, what brought them here, people from all across the country, people from other countries. It's such a mix of demographic and, you know, everyone and anyone is here. So that's been wonderful. But I think it also brings out a lot of other emotions as well. So I think for those of us that have suffered loss in our own families recently, there's a sense of heightening those emotions. And, you know, I think in the Queen, we've all lost someone who most of us didn't know personally. I never met her, but we all feel like we knew her. She'd been in the background of our lives for as long as pretty much all of us could remember. And I think a period of national shared mourning brings us together in a way that few things do, and allows us to maybe be able to be open with other emotions that we've been feeling, other senses of loss, particularly I think in the light of the COVID pandemic, that maybe we've not had the chance to come to terms with until now. I think for me, it's just that sense of, you know, that tie with history, the history of our church. I think it's a reminder that we are an established church. We are the church of the nation. And so actually, when we swear those oaths, as you and I, God willing, will do one day as clergy, it's, you know, we're not just chaplains to a congregation as Anglican clergy. We are parish clergy. We are clergy who minister to all who live in our parish. And I think that reminder that we are part of something bigger, we are part of the civic fabric of this country, is so important, and that's represented by the Queen. You know, the monarchy and the royal family, and King Charles, as we now have, they are also that embedded part of the national structure of this country, what it means to be the United Kingdom, what are those ties that bind. And I think that we've seen in the last few days, and certainly here in the queue today, we've seen that actually the royal family and that person of Queen Elizabeth, and I'm sure King Charles as well, they are the knots that tie our nation together. And I hope that the church also plays that role as well, that we are those things that can bring people together and bring unity at a time when we desperately need it. I'm ready to get back out there in a second, rejoin my friends in the queue and see how far they've got up to. But like I said, we're still only at the National Theatre, and for those of you that know London, the Palace of Westminster is still quite a way to go along the South Bank. So it's not going to be an early night, to put it mildly, but we're ready. We're stoked up. We've had lots of coffee, and I think we'll be all right. I think we'll get there. It's a real privilege to be here. I tell you, I spoke to my 86-year-old granddad on the phone earlier when we started in the queue, and we phoned him. I'm here with my mum and stepdad. So we phoned him and just told him we were here, and he's not well enough to be here, but he was got to know that we were. So it is a privilege to be here and to be able to do this, and I wouldn't have missed it. Bye.